Imagine this. You have a search campaign and you already know you will miss out on some of the traffic because you couldn't possibly target all keywords to create tens of tailored headlines and ads with separate landing pages. That's where dynamic search ads come in. Welcome to another Google Ads tutorial. In this video, I will explain what dynamic search ads are, why and when you should or should not use it, how to set it up, how keyword behavior works, issues you can run into, and how negative targets work. So what are dynamic search ads, also known as DSA? Dynamic search ads will dynamically generate a landing page and headlines to match a user's search query. For dynamic ad groups, you do not set any keywords, but instead these ads are eligible to serve when not covered by your own keywords. Dynamic search ads are a way to fill in the gaps of the reach of your keyword-based campaigns and ad groups. As an advertiser, you simply enter a description and Google does the rest. Dynamic search ads work with dynamic ad targets. These are the landing pages. You can set conditions for what pages on your website can be used as landing pages, and Google will choose the best landing page depending on the user's search query. More on that when I show you how to set everything up. Why and when you should or should not use DSA. The why I've already covered a little bit by explaining what it is. A way to catch traffic you might otherwise miss out on. It's also a great way to save time, particularly when there's a lot of content on your website and you otherwise have to manually create keywords for each product. Now, since Google will take information from your website and dynamically generate headlines from that information, you need a DSA-friendly website. Google needs to understand what your website is about. Take a look at Ray's Indoor Bike Park. Even though there's a lot of information on this page, it is not suitable for DSA because there's actually very little text. It's all images. Let's say I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to go to an indoor mountain bike park where I can buy a monthly pass. You can see right here that it says 30-day monthly pass here. But when we hit Ctrl U and go to the source code, then use Ctrl F to search for something, and we search for monthly, there are no results. Now, since that text is not in the source code, Google's crawlers will not be able to find it because it's not text, it's part of an image. I won't go into the details of this because it's an entirely different topic, but Google has a very good article on this on their developer site, which I'll link in the top pinned comment. Other scenarios where DSA would not be a good fit is when the website changes daily because of the time it takes Google to crawl the information it uses to create your dynamic headlines. Highly regulated sectors such as finance and pharma are also not a good fit for DSA because of brand safety or even legal issues that might arise from an automatically generated headline. So now, how to set up dynamic search ads. First thing that's important to understand is that DSA needs its own ad group, a dynamic ad group. It is possible to set it up when creating a new campaign, but in this video I'll show you how to add dynamic search ads to an existing campaign. It is also possible to create a campaign with dynamic ad groups only, which will then essentially be a dynamic campaign or DSA campaign. Specific landing pages can be set at ad group level, but the domain and language are set at a campaign level, so let's go there first. If you skip this step, you'll be prompted to do it when you create your first dynamic ad group, but not for any additional dynamic ad groups because it's a campaign level setting. So select the campaign, then go to settings in the light gray menu, and as you scroll down, you will see dynamic search ad setting. You can set your domain and language and choose where the landing pages are taken from. The most standard option is Google's index, but you can also upload a page feed. More on that in a bit. So now that we have this set up, go to the Ad Groups tab from the light gray menu and simply click on the blue plus button. The ad group creation flow will launch, and right at the top of the page, you can change the ad group type from standard to dynamic. So before we're actually going to set up our ads, you need to choose which pages you want to use from your website. Now, if your website is set up correctly, Google will pull some categories from your website that you can choose as categories for your landing pages. Since showing this with example.com was actually kind of pointless, I've loaded a different campaign that is set to nintendo.com because now you can see that it will pull some categories. The top category will generally always be landing pages from your standard ad groups, but what's more interesting here are all the categories. Now this is also a good test to see how Google reach your website. Like for example here it says router, which is not necessarily something you would think of when thinking of Nintendo. Now if you hover over the little icon for preview here, see here it says preview and you can hover over it. So Mario, everybody loves Mario. So somebody could be searching for Mario for Switch games and then this headline will be generated: Mario games, my Nintendo store, Nintendo official site. And it would go to this landing page, which is, let me see, just a collection of all Mario games that are out on Switch. Then you simply select the categories you want that ad group to be based off of, and you will see it appear here under dynamic ad targets. Now, if we want to add a specific web page, we can use an exact URL. Like, for example, let's go for this new releases page, and then you actually need to click on add to make it show up in the box next to it. You can also create rules to target web pages, particularly if you have a very good structure on your website, and Google will be able to pull it from the information you input here. Headlines and keywords are handled by the system, so all you need to do here is enter a description. Now, depending on how broad your site is, you might want to create at least 3 descriptions or 3 different ads to make the ads more tailored to your different types of potential customers. Based on the user's search query, Google will choose the most relevant ad and generate a headline for it. So here I will simply put description 1 for now, and when I click done, you can simply click here to create an additional dynamic search ad. And we will just put description 2. Of course, this needs to be a real description, but I'm just showing you this for the sake of showing you this. What exactly is a page feed? If you go to Tools and Settings and then Business Data, you can upload feeds for different purposes. Even though there is a feed called Dynamic Ad Feed, we're not going to use that to set up dynamic search ads. That's for dynamic remarketing, and I'll be making a separate video about that. The feed for dynamic search ads is a page feed. Best thing to do here is to download Google's template and to follow it exactly. Then you can upload a feed with a list of landing pages you want your DSA to target. Always double check the details, including the source in the campaign settings, to avoid any errors, and if you do get any errors, check in detail if everything is technically set up correctly. In most cases, you'll just use Google's index instead of a page feed, but I wanted to show you this to be as complete as possible. Keyword behavior and trumping. We've already talked about standard and dynamic ad groups or campaigns. Because you don't set keywords with dynamic search ads, this is sometimes also referred to as keyword-based ad groups or campaigns, and dynamic or DSA ad groups or campaigns. If a user uses a search term that cannot be matched to any of your keywords, but it's still relevant to your website, your dynamic ad can serve. It's a great way to make sure you don't miss out on queries you didn't set as keywords. But what if the user's search query can be matched to one of your keywords? Which ad will then serve? Let's start off simply. If there's an exact match to an exact keyword, that keyword ad will serve. Then it gets a bit more complicated. For phrase and broad match keywords, the DSA and the keyword ad will both be eligible and the most relevant one will serve. There could also be other issues preventing the set keyword to show, such as low search volume or targeting settings preventing it from being shown to a particular user. In those cases, DSA can fill the gaps and be eligible to serve. Then everybody's favorite topic, the issues you might run into. There are a bunch of issues that can arise with DSA, and I'll go over some of the most common ones. If you are facing any other issues, please feel free to drop a comment on this video and I'll probably be able to help you. First, disapproved ads. It's a bit weird, but dynamic ads can get disapproved for a headline generated by Google's own system. For most ad disapprovals, you can simply submit an appeal in your account and only need to contact support if that doesn't resolve it. However, for dynamic search ads, appeals are not possible and you will need to re-upload the ad so it will go under review again. If it gets continuously disapproved, there might be some policy-sensitive words on your website, so you can have a good look at that or contact support to see if they can investigate it. Then, dynamic ad targets. You can find them in the light gray menu, either at campaign or at ad group level. First, don't worry if it stays in pending state for up to 48 hours. Dynamic ads typically take longer to start serving than regular ads. There are 2 very typical errors that can occur. There's lots more, but these are the most common ones. No matching landing pages and no matching queries. No matching landing pages usually means there's something wrong with your setup in your ads account, so double check everything. If you really cannot find the error, you can contact ad support. Now, no matching queries usually means the information on your website or a specific page or a set of pages cannot be crawled properly by Google. If Google doesn't understand the contents of your website, it cannot match it to search queries. Instead of contacting support about this, it's best to contact or hire your webmaster. Then, about subdomains and languages. Subdomains do work with DSA, but mobile websites like m.example.com do not work well with DSA. Another big issue advertisers run into with subdomains is when their website is available in different languages. Usually, the easiest way to solve this is by using a subdomain structure. For example, a Spanish version of a website would be es.example.com as opposed to example.com/es. Because you need to set a language for your domain in the campaign settings, the system often returns the no matching landing pages error for multilingual websites. Earlier in this video, I shared some general information in the developer's article on how to make any basic website Googlebot friendly, but it's a bit more advanced for multilingual sites. I will not go into detail on this either because I'm a Google Ads expert and not an SEO expert, but essentially you need to create sitemaps to tell Google what pages on your website are in what language. This article will also be in the top pinned comment. The last topic to quickly go over is how to exclude keywords or landing pages. Right below your dynamic ad targets, you can find negative ad targets. And here you can enter any landing pages you do not want to be used for your dynamic ads. Something else you can exclude are keywords. As mentioned throughout this video, you do not set keywords for DSA. If we go to the Keywords tab while the dynamic ad group is selected, you will see that there's no option to add targeting keywords, but you can add negative keywords. Keywords you do not want your ads to be triggered by. So that about wraps it up for this crash course on dynamic search ads. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about Google Ads, and good luck with your account.